Those Damn Ross Kids is a podcast for adults. Also, the views expressed in Those Damn Ross Kids do not reflect the opinions of our employers or even ourselves.
That should be better, way better.
Yeah, no, you're doing good.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah, you're doing great. I was about ready to hurt you.
Great.
I was about ready to bring you to harm.
I don't sound loud because I'm wearing noise-canceling headphones.
You're not wearing noise-canceling headphones.
Yes, I am.
Okay, tell me how they're noise-canceling.
They are safety. They're safety headphones.
They're safety. Just
made by Western.
For all of
Western
this
safety.
For all of the stunts that this podcast requires.
Yeah,
it's
exactly.
Like, no. Tune in next week. We're gonna have you bungee jump off of a dam, like at the beginning of GoldenEye.
What you don't know is later in the episode, I'm gonna run a woodchipper.
I'm gonna be in the woodchipper.
Did you ever read your email, dude? Funny how read and unread turns premeditated into he accepted it.
Those Damn Ross Kids, a conversation between brothers, featuring Chris and Cole Ross.
Hey Chris, what episode is this?
It's episode number 36 of Those Damn Ross Kids. Cole?
That's my name, and your name's Chris, and we're here to bring you an hour-ish of pretty solid-ish comedy, talking about crimes and embarrassing situations and how disappointed we are with the world and each other, and talking about doing this podcast. It's a meta-cast.
What does that mean?
Meta is when something
meta.
refers to itself. Yeah.
So metadata.
Yeah, metadata is data about data.
Data? Okay.
Yeah, data.
Yeah, I love to talk meta.
I just met a girl.
What do I think? Thanks for asking. Oh, you didn't.
Oh, okay. I didn't ask.
Nobody ever calls me on that. I give them my opinion. They're like, did I ask?
No. Okay. Well,
It doesn't matter.
it doesn't really.
Not really. Nope.
Just assume whatever you say goes in the show. That's
what's so hard about talking to customers is that like they really don't want to hear about me.
No. We work in different kinds of customer service, but I think that the only commonality is the fact that they want a ton of stuff from you, but they want to not have to deal with you at all. It's like such a. I mean, I've never felt both like so necessary yet so disgusted than when I'm talking to somebody and trying to sell them something.
Yeah, like the other day I had like, like a farmer and like a guy who just grew up and wanted to play in dirt. And he's like, and I was like, yeah, do you guys know, was it Neil deGrasse? Nova Science Now? Yeah.
Yeah.
I was like, did you see the space junk? Blah, blah, blah. And I'm talking about, how the government did this and did that in relation to NASA and the space race and everything. And they're just looking at me like, dude, you're so meta.
It's just you're talking about shit.
I was like, how could you know that and not that?
I tagged us as a metacast in iTunes, but that was a typo. It was supposed to be a meatcast. Chris, do you have a story for me?
Filet-o Phil.
Filet-o me.
Mm-hmm.
Just kill me and eat my body.
You want me to talk about stuff? You want me to tell you what I found in the world?
Yeah, I want you to set the tone so then I can say something, and then you're going to say something in response to my thing. I figured you knew the drill, but
I don't know. I'm feeling kind of... what's the word for it?
Malaise?
No.
Feeling kind of pensive?
No. No, I had a sandwich earlier, and I don't feel like writing.
Oh, you're feeling Okay.
Well, I feel like I'm feeling kind of like nostalgic.
You're thinking about the good old days.
I want you to maybe go for a walk with me.
Okay,
Will you walk with me?
Are we
Can we
walk?
walk?
Are
We're
we
not gonna
walk?
hold hands. We're gonna go down memory lane.
Chris, is Coke sold in green bottles? This is important.
No,
Okay.
it's just before Electric Avenue.
Okay.
Weldon Mark Gilbert, a Washington man, is on trial for raping young boys and for producing child pornography. He will be allowed in jail to watch as much of that pornography as he'd like. The Washington State Supreme Court has ruled that defense lawyers have the opportunity to review all evidence facing their client. And because the 50-year-old is acting as his own attorney, he'll be able to review all of that material. In this case, the evidence includes over 28 hours of pornography he acted in, produced, and shot himself on over 100 videos.
Well, I mean, A, this man is a monster. B, he might be the preeminent legal mind of our times. I mean, there was Clarence Darrow, the Scopes Monkey trial. Clarence Thomas. Is this guy's name Clarence?
Yeah, his name is Weldon Mark Gilbert.
Okay, all right. I missed that part. Is Weldon short for Clarence?
No.
Okay.
I'm pretty sure not.
So Clarence Gilbert, he figured it out. So what are the chances that rule is there in the future?
I don't know, but I think that the quote from the prosecuting attorney is like the best argument for this not happening. beyond the argument that reading about it, seeing it should make it not happen. Mm-hmm. Is in cases involving weapons and guns and criminals representing themselves, we don't turn over the gun or weapon to that same criminal.
Right.
The windows shook from that truth bomb.
Yeah. But the thing is, the implement of the crime, if we're talking about the gun and the knife and all of that, the implement of the crime isn't being given to him. The result of the crime is being given to him.
Yeah, exactly.
Right. No, I totally agree with this guy. I mean,
I cut out details. I cut out details in this story. Yeah. And that tells you how sick the details were.
That you decided not to relay them to me.
I decided, hey, dude, this is a fucking bummer.
No. Oh, okay. Yeah. Well, I mean, did you hear me groan when you said like child rape? Yeah. But it's. I mean, I'm not like a tough on crime. Throw somebody away for 50 years if they know what marijuana is kind of guy. But I think that this is one of those few situations where we can universally agree that this guy should be gone forever. But maybe there's an argument to be made, like let him look at this because people, rightfully so, people who are in prison for that kind of crime, they live like a day. I mean, most of those people were exploited themselves as kids, so they have a grudge against predators like that.
He'll probably get off.
Several times,
and then be convicted.
Oh
man, no way to make this funny.
I'm sad. I'm sad. Can I? Can
you follow that? Sure.
Can I follow that? Okay. How about a mom who gave her kids chemical burns?
Oh God.
A Florida woman is facing felony child abuse charges after using pool chemicals to clean her children. She would douse her kids, a 10-year-old daughter and an 18-month-old son, with pool shock and force them to bathe in an over-chlorinated pool, which resulted in numerous blisters and burns, some of them second degree.
Dirty girl, aren't you? Dirty girl.
So that's horrible. And I figure if we're gonna take people, the only way out is through. If we're gonna take them into the depths of hell, this is the one that's gonna go. But here's the thing. Okay, why would somebody do this? I mean, did they miss that day in health and hygiene? Where they said, hey, maybe use no more tears instead of abrasive chemicals. Well, she was doing this because she was abusing amphetamines and ADD medications. She would be awake for days at a time and then fall asleep for days at a time. She was also convinced that she was being infested by bugs that were coming from her kids, and the pool chemicals were the only way to keep the insects at bay.
Seems logical.
It does. I mean, she's operating on a different plane. So obviously the kids are taken away, and they're gonna hopefully have a chance to live a normal, non-chemical seared life. I don't know. I'm not a drug person. I'm not a main guy of the drugs thing, but it's
Do you know what's adorable?
what
Blisters.
as they like cling to you and ask for help. Man,
Damn.
I would
That
like,
is the cutest blister I've ever seen.
it would be amazing if there was some kind of machine that lets you like step into that frame of mind where you're like cranked out on speed and you're at a point where like that seems like a thing to do. I would love to like do mind tourism to like jump into that person's mind and see what their world is like. Because, you know, like I've got, you know, my own set of problems, but none of them involve burning my kids. I don't know. I just want to see, because this is like a thing where somebody gets cranked up on bath salts or meth, and they do things that are just inscrutable.
Yeah, it's good stuff. Kids are shitty though, dude.
I think these kids have a reason for. I mean, they're going to have to unpack those issues for years.
Those people should have their kids taken away.
Yeah, well, I just can't think about it. Like the joy of swimming is forever removed from them.
Yeah,
Just they won't be able to go for a dip anymore, which is
just
sad.
ban them from their house.
Why?
Well, it's sort of like a Pennsylvania restaurant that has ignited a local controversy after banning children under the age of 6. One note tab, 6-year-old dudes. An email sent to customers said, beginning July 16th, 2011, McDane's restaurant just outside of Pittsburgh will no longer admit children under the age of 6. We feel that McDane's is not a place for young children. Their volume can't be controlled, and many, many times they disturb our customers. Food blogger Rob wrote from his parents' basement.
Stop.
Don't
that.
worry, dude. Don't
Stop that.
worry.
Stop that.
Do not worry. Part of me thinks this is probably a good idea. I think we live in the age of bad parenting, and a lot of parents simply cannot keep their kids under control. According to the ACLU, or American Civil Liberties Union for Adults, the ban does not violate any anti-discrimination legislation.
It doesn't.
An email later sent out said, "Not allowed." That's not going to make it.
Oh God, no! Let's just be quiet here for a second. Okay, I'll go in and take care of that. It's not against the rules, though. I mean, like, is anybody trying to sue because people under 18 aren't allowed in bars?
No, I think that the ACLU is its own thing now.
It's like, what are you going to do if you're upset about this? Are you not going to go? Oh wait, you couldn't go because you can't bring your kids, and you can't leave your kids home alone without going to jail.
Then don't go.
Then don't go. You're not going to be able to go anyway.
Yeah, I mean, the bottom line is this McDane's place is a restaurant/driving range. So it touts itself as the best driving range in the world.
Okay.
Yeah, because there's not any snotty little germ magnets floating around in there.
This is just a bunch of sentient sponges walking around. Yeah,
and leave them in the parking lot.
making a lot of noise. Oh,
we got sprinklers shooting pool chemicals. Just leave them out there.
Yeah, just bring a towel, dry them off.
Do that now.
Yeah, no. So it's a driving range, really?
Yeah, it's a driving range restaurant.
Oh, that's cool.
Sounds awesome.
So it's like the cafe style high tables, and they bring out like little triangle sandwiches, and you hit a bucket, and then you drink. That's cool. I'd like to go there.
Yeah, it's a 1-tank trip.
Yeah, from here.
I don't know.
Okay.
What's the matter? 1 tank is like what? Like $300?
Yeah.
What's the difference?
Yeah, 1 tank is a rent check. Oh man, kids. Just let them. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know either.
You keep smokers out. You know. I don't know.
Do I need to say a word that helps you get to a story? Can you
Just
give me the
give me
the
a
password
word.
to this segue?
Say a word.
What?
Just say a word for me, okay?
Any word
Yeah.
at all?
Yeah.
Um, let's go with padlock.
Padlock. Okay. So, Chris, can I tell you a story about a man up in Cleveland?
Yeah.
His name is Sam Mazzola.
Mm-hmm.
Bo! He's a Cleveland resident who owns and exhibits wild animals. Well, I should say owned. He was in the news last year after one of his bears mauled a woman to death. Now, Chris, would it
To be fair, the woman was holding meat. She was feeding the fucking bear.
She was okay. It was a fashion show, and she was modeling a meat kini.
No, she was feeding it.
Was she?
She was an employee. Yes.
Was she taunting it? Was she taunting the bear? Okay.
She had meat in her hand, which to a bear means more meat. Like the meat that she's feeding the bear doesn't stop at the meat that you and I see because her arm is meat.
So it's kind of like if a pizza was delivered in a box that was also made of pizza, and the delivery man was made of pizza too.
Yes, exactly.
Okay. So I didn't.
In which case, who do I tip? And how did I get this car?
It's got pizza wheels.
Oh, well,
yeah.
Not going anywhere then.
Okay. Yeah. Well, no, it's got one of those little table things that you use for your Ninja Turtles. Yeah.
But I'm just saying, they put this bear to death, and they didn't charge the guy. They ruled it a workplace accident.
Okay.
But it's not an accident because meat to a bear, meat does not stop at what's in your hand.
Yeah, I mean,
that's my only point.
She induced meat lust. I mean, it was her fault. No, it turns out this guy's dead. The guy who owns the bear is dead, but not quite in the fashion you would expect. Although it is pretty bizarre. Doesn't involve animals. A teenage coworker of his, again the coworkers, man, stumbled on Mazzola's body, which was tied to his bed with chains and padlocks. He was wearing a leather mask with the eyes and mouth zipped shut, and his head, Chris, was contained in a two-piece metal sphere. All right? Now, the cause of his death wasn't embarrassment at being found like that. No, the cause of death was a dildo or other sex toy that was crammed down his throat, obstructing his airway. Now, police have ruled suicide and homicide out, and the death was determined to be unattended based on the evidence at the scene. Police are looking for the assistant who helped him into his bondage and then left the scene. So this guy has a fetish about being turned into a Tootsie Roll Pop. I'm just picturing the metal sphere is the most bizarre thing about this.
Yeah, I mean,
were there details that I missed in that?
No, you pretty much had it.
Okay, all right.
I don't know. I mean, the only thing that I could think of is like, I don't know, like maybe it was like a dominatrix in space kind of thing.
Yeah. Well, maybe
because like a waterbed would be like a zero gravity environment, kind of.
Yeah. Oh, so it was a waterbed.
Yeah, it was a waterbed.
Okay. It would be like a zero G. It's the Newton's third law ceases to apply. You're in an era of non-Euclidean arousal.
I think this might be the science zone.
This might be the science zone.
The first dom in space. A dom space simulator. The waterbed is basically a dom space simulator.
Yeah. It's sensory deprivation, which gives you the closest approximation that you can have to the vacuum of space. Mm-hmm. I apologize for the church bells in the background here. Either somebody's getting married or going through a funeral. I'm not. Well, it's the same thing. Yeah. Ho ho. But
why am I here?
I don't know.
I should be making those noises.
Yeah.
I'm dying a little inside as I do.
Dance monkey. No, but all that this does is
you didn't ask my hat size.
Where would I give you and like it? No, all that this reminds me of, way back in an early episode. Let's hop in the Wayback Machine. Back down the sparsely wooded path into the tangled history of time. When we were talking about like you can't just like get an entry level sex swing. Like you take one step down like the weird fetish like line, and then it becomes like a $10,000 hobby.
costs a lot.
It's expensive. Do you know how much a metal sphere costs, especially 2 pieces?
Maybe this is less about sex and more about hoarding. Maybe he just felt like he had to have all of his hoarded crazy sex stuff on at the same time. I mean, that's how he lived.
He had to justify it.
At least he wasn't surrounded in cats and urine and dogs and all that stuff.
Well, to be fair,
he kept those outside to eat people that might catch him wearing his hoarding collection.
Can you imagine what a bear would do to a corpse?
I don't even.
Well, I mean, aside from watching Grizzly Man,
probably fist it while watching Man vs. Wild.
Jesus. But being fisted by a bear, Jesus.
While watching Man vs. Wild, you'll get it eventually.
That's metal. Oh, Bear Grylls.
Bear's in control.
I like Survivor Man better. It's more realistic.
Yeah, but the guy on the Man v. Wild, his name's Bear.
I know. I got it, Chris. Is Survivor Man watching?
Huh?
Is Survivor Man watching?
Les Miles?
So mad. Is Survivor Man watching?
Les Nessman.
Is that his name? Les? Ness Lessman? Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, so that's like embarrassing, and it's just like
there was really no need to wrap it up.
I don't know. It's just one of those things. Like
we don't have to close the thought because chances are we're going to come back to it.
Okay, I'm terrified of how I'm going to die because it might be. You never know if it'll be embarrassing. I could have a heart attack and. While I have an erection and fall over into a dollhouse, and then boom, the headline is "Man dies while fucking dollhouse."
Yeah, and even if they don't find you, chances are you'll do something like crazy, insane eventually in your life. I'm sure.
Yeah.
You'll accomplish something, and you'll you'll be researched. People look stuff up about you later on.
Yeah.
Think about it. Think about the inordinate amount of people who've delved into the life of Adolf Hitler.
Well, we had a whole channel dedicated to it for a while before they went to Bible conspiracies.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Thanks, Nancy Grace. But
what?
I don't know. I
hate her too, but it doesn't seem apropos to the discussion at hand.
You want to get angry?
I do. Oh, so mad.
So angry.
So mad.
But anyway, there's a story out, and it came from a researcher, and Adolf Hitler ordered blow-up dolls for his troops because so many caught sex diseases from prostitutes.
You didn't know this?
No, I didn't know this.
Huh.
Wow, I'm stupid.
Okay.
All right. You knew this?
Yeah, I did.
Yeah, they developed synthetic comforters.
They went to raft companies to get it done.
Yeah. For German soldiers who were regularly hustling in Paris, the problem was so bad it was keeping many of the troops from their frontline duties. The World War II project began in 1940 after then SS Chief Heinrich Himmler wrote, "The greatest danger in Paris is the widespread and uncontrolled presence of whores." Picking up clients in bars. It's amazing what a comma does, Picking up clients in bars, dance halls, and other places. It is our duty to prevent soldiers from risking their health for the sake of a quick adventure.
Huh.
Hitler personally approved the plan for the blonde and blue-eyed gynoid dolls, which I don't want to screw that.
Gynoid.
They were small enough to fit into a backpack.
Well, yeah, they were
the whole theme of little kid loving.
They were deployable on a go.
Yeah, they were tested by soldiers in the Nazi-occupied Germany. Himmler was so impressed he ordered 50 for his own troops, but in 1942 the project was halted when German soldiers refused to carry the dolls because of the potential embarrassment if they were captured by the enemy.
Yeah.
With just a whole backpack full of cock.
Well, no, that's how they sussed out war criminals after, in the lead up to Nuremberg. They went around Germany and they said, "Hey, can you blow up this inner tube for me?" And any of them that got an erection while they did it, they just hauled them in.
Huh.
Yeah. History, man.
Hot air? No. Open and shut case.
I need to see this here.
Want to deflate the defense?
Now, Chris, can I give you a quiz?
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Now I remember a while back you
Got to take a quiz. Yeah.
Yeah. I remember a while back you approached me and you informed me that the collective noun for a group of ducks is a badling.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So I sat on that for a while and I stumbled across I stumbled across a quiz idea. There are other collective nouns for large numbers of birds, okay? And most of them are pretty dumb. So I wanted to run this by you, Chris. I want you to spot the fake collective noun for birds, okay?
This is good. How many questions can this possibly be?
5 questions.
Holy Nikes.
Yeah, right?
All right.
Okay, here we go.
Sure.
Usual rules, sets of 3. You should know the pairings are correct, and I didn't make up any of the names of the birds, okay?
Okay.
So you're not judging like one or the other. You're just judging that, okay? Okay, here we go.
Okay.
A parliament of owls, a rudeness of falcons, and a lease of hawks.
Parliament of owls. A rudeness of falcons.
Yeah.
A lease of
Hawks.
a rudeness of falcons.
Ah, damn it. That
You
one's
know
fake.
why, right?
Why?
Because you're terrified of falcons attacking you.
I know.
An attack is rude.
Because Chris, I wish to dominate falcons, but I am also terrified of them.
Which is why you would pay like $10,000 to be like a falconry master.
Yeah, I would.
We've been over this.
Yeah, just speed me through those classes. Okay, you got one. You got
Yes.
one on me, all right?
I got one. I got
Okay.
one.
A coven of penguins, a murmuration of starlings, and a covert of coots.
Goddamn consonants as opposed to coven.
I know. Well, if I said coven, you would have like automatically gravitated towards that.
Hard. Well, say it again. No, just the last two.
The last 2.
Uh-huh.
A murmuration of starlings and a covert of coots.
Okay, now just the middle one
A murmuration of starlings.
and the fake one.
Damn it, you're not gonna make me fall for that again, okay?
All right, the last one.
The last one, a covert of coots is an actual thing.
Damn it.
A coven of penguins is not real.
God.
So
Your love of consonants fooled me.
so you're 1 and 1.
Yeah,
You can still pull this out, all right?
I could.
Okay. A building of rooks, a vestibule of gulls, and a venue of vultures.
Vestibule of gulls.
Man, it must be something in the way I say it. I don't know. I'm trying to make all of them sound as absurd as possible. A vestibule of gulls is fake. I made that one up.
2 and 1.
2 and 1.
Back on top.
Back on top, Chris. All right, here we go. An unkindness of ravens, a siege of herons, a glower of pelicans.
Siege of herons. Ugh.
I'm sorry. It was
Glower of pelicans.
a glower of pelicans, but I can't count it for you. You're 2 and 2.
Oh.
All right.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so this one's gonna break it. A siege of herons. It sounds absurd, right? Because a siege is like a really violent thing, and I've never seen a heron do anything more violent than dive into some water gracefully.
You're the bird man. I don't know any of them.
Okay. A desert of lapwings, a musket of lyrebirds, an isle of chickadees.
A musket.
Of lyrebirds.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah?
Mm-hmm.
Hey, Chris.
That's a real thing.
Nope, you can't change it.
You don't know what to do now.
I
Come
don't.
on, host. I think you figured out how to fool the game.
Oh, you broke it. We can't do it ever again.
Oh shit.
Okay, so you said a musket of lyrebirds as
That's
if-
what I say. That's what I say.
That's what you say. Okay. A musket of lyrebirds is real, meaning that you lost the game.
Damn it.
An isle of chickadees. Yeah.
Gosh.
So many bird words, Chris.
That is a peek into your fantasy, like a whole Isle of Peeps, a whole
Peep Island.
Peep Island.
Peepaland.
Mm-hmm.
And that's what they shortened it to over time.
just like a case of Coke fence with a bunch of peeps in the middle. That's what.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, Peepaland.
Yeah, and the Kool Aid Man says, "Let my peeps go."
Oh, man. Are you working towards something?
Then he parts the Sea of Pastrami.
Well, it would make sense if the sea that the Kool-Aid Man parted was red, because the Kool-Aid Man is he's presented as red, even though there are multiple flavors and colors of Kool-Aid. There's blue, there's lemonade, which is yellow.
Blue is not a flavor.
There's blue raspberry.
Mm-hmm.
Which I assume they made blue so it wasn't
that is racist.
So it wouldn't be confused with the traditional red. I mean, I know that raspberries are normally pinkish compared, but you know, the dyes they're not so subtle. So it's just blue raspberry. The blue could also be a blueberry. So they could have like worked at a time. They like worked that in like a whole like McDonald Land Club kind of thing where he had friends who were all the different colors, but they didn't work out, mostly because they spoke their own made up language. It was right around the time of HR Puff and stuff, so it was really weird.
I knew you'd have to breathe sometime.
Okay.
I don't know how you do it. I really don't, but it gets me into another unsolved thing.
Okay.
And that is an employee of Bed Bath & Beyond at the St. David Square Shopping Center in Radnor, Pennsylvania, has reported to police that on June 5th, for the second time in 2 weeks, he found a bag estimated to weigh around 35 pounds behind the Bed Bath & Beyond store. The bag is filled with human vomit. They're never going to figure that out.
Chris, that's the name of a punk band. Don't try and pull this on me.
35-pound bag of human vomit.
Okay, so it's estimated. It's not like Bed Bath & Beyond sells fucking scales.
No, they couldn't do that.
Okay.
Who weighs out 35 pounds of anything in their like home kitchen?
So it was the same weight each time?
Do you gut your deer in the kitchen? Bobby Flay taught me how to gut deer in my own kitchen.
Yeah.
That's how that works.
You know how to field dress a deer, you know how to field dress anything, is all I'm saying.
Mm-hmm.
Okay?
Exactly.
It's a valuable life skill. Now get on the table. But
I don't know. I just do this and watch Swamp People. That's what I do.
No, it's somebody giving the Bed Bath & Beyond a gift. It's kind of like when a cat puts a dead bird by your slippers. You know, it's a gift. This guy, he's so proud. Did he go around and take a collection?
Well, it's second time in 2 weeks. What does that say?
And it was 35 pounds.
35 pounds of food a day.
God.
Mm-hmm.
Okay,
food and drink, food and beverage.
So police are on the lookout for a Joey Chestnut.
Police are. I don't know what they're out for. I don't know. What would you describe this person as?
As your regular run of the mill Joey Chestnut. Chestnut. Kenny Chesney.
Yes, Kenny Chesney has puked 35 pounds into a bag.
Is it a duffel bag?
He leaves it behind. Huh?
Is it a duffel bag?
No, it couldn't be.
Why? I've seen some pretty big duffel bags.
35 pounds?
Yeah. You know, I mean, just lots of things can make a person vomit, you know, just bad food, upsetting visuals, tickling. Chris, can I tell you about a spa in Spain that is pioneering a daring new technique for helping its clients relax?
Ooh, yes.
Okay. Ooh. Well, let me quote Time Magazine's description of this therapy, all right?
Super duper.
Much like any other day spa, the treatment takes place in a darkened room with soothing music playing and a hint of incense tinging the air. The client disrobes, puts on a pair of crinkly paper panties. Oh, yeah. Lies face down. Yeah. On the table. Oh, okay. And then the tickling, first with the fingertips, drawn along the body, then a feather, begins. Brr? Chris, a 30-minute session costs $35 and an hour costs $45, all right? Some people call it relaxing, which bewilders neuroscientists, since tickling is more likely to cause arousal and irritation than relaxation.
I mean, we used to go to those tickle parties at Uncle Dave's.
It's like
I don't know, like
Chris,
that's a crazy therapy.
Can you think of anything more irritating than being
I'd
tickled?
cry a lot in that therapy.
it's total immersion regression. Okay,
Yeah, I just remember being caned to the point of having blisters.
Got doused with pool shock, and then
What's gonna happen now?
this got dark. This is a dark episode.
Got got Ricky Vaughn to throw birdshot at us. I don't even
Threw it, just pelted me with ball bearings. Tried to run away, kept on slipping.
you know the wild thing, Ricky Vaughn.
Gonna pretend that I didn't have to Google that and see that Ricky Vaughn was what was a character in the hit motion picture Major League, which was directed by
Uncle
David S.
Dave
Ward.
yelled, "Give him the heater!"
What was the name of the idol that he sacrificed the Mountain Dew to?
Oh, Joe Boo.
Yeah, Joe Boo has started. Everybody knows that it grows.
Everybody who has the Wicca open on it, they all know that.
Yeah, I mean, it was released on April 7th in 1989. I was a bouncing baby boy then, and had a budget of $11 million, but it grossed actually just under $50 million. So it was a big hit, and they produced several sequels.
Where did that come from?
I don't know. I like it. I'm an enthusiast. I've actually got tickets to Major League Con next year.
That's super.
Yeah, it's already all booked up. Don't worry. It's harder to get into than WWDC. Don't worry. I got us covered. Chris, I got a +1.
You do?
Yeah, this is the Worldwide Developers Conference. It's where Steve Jobs gets up and tells people about how many things are in one thing.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Pelted us with ball bearings, Chris.
God.
I don't even know what we were talking about.
The Apple wormhole. Is that possible? That he lays out body bags on bunk beds and he's like, "This is the Apple wormhole. Drink this preservation fruit beverage.
Eye me.
And climb into your Apple wormhole."
I don't understand. A wormhole.
Like Heaven's Gate shit, dude.
Okay, whatever. Chris, I'm in my field of vision, I have 2 MacBook Pros.
You're well on your way.
There could be more behind me. I don't know. Mm-hmm. Okay, so don't give me that shit. All right. I mean, I'd rather be a follower of Apple than Google, because you know what Google's doing, Chris? They're fucking over a couple. All right. Google Maps has made a mistake, Chris. Tourists looking for the entrance to the Round Valley State Park in southern New Jersey are instead directed up a quarter-mile-long driveway into a private residence. The unceasing tide of bewildered tourists weren't dissuaded by verbal warnings or by numerous signs reading "No trespassing," "Private drive," and "No park access." After a tourist explained to the flummoxed house owners that Google was the culprit,
that Cole used his thesaurus?
That Google was the culprit. They purchased an 8-foot traffic barrier, but that didn't stop them. During the 4th of July weekend, it got so bad that they had to put up signs vehemently insisting that Google Maps is wrong, quote unquote. Go away. Leave us be. The couple has contacted Google about the discrepancy, but were given no indication of how long it would take to fix the error. Now, yeah, this is funny, and we're going crazy. The tourists are all over the place, pulling up with their boats on their trailer hitches and all that. But to me, this is like a grim reminder that we're headed towards like this crazy Fahrenheit 451 Brave New World type reliance on technology that reminds me of some other required high school reading about a dystopia. Just like where everybody's like, oh, the GPS says that, and I do it too.
Yeah, but you see, that's the thing, is that the game for kids now,
Yeah.
like my daughter came home from school and she said, "Do you want to play Google Says?" And I'm like, "What are you talking about?" And she describes to me Simon Says, only it's now called Google Says.
Oh, you like start you start typing something?
No.
Oh.
Google didn't say.
Well, the only
Have a seat.
have a seat says who?
Google.
Okay, I'm gonna sit down.
Oh,
Okay, let me adjust the microphone.
we weren't playing, dickhead.
Let me adjust the microphone. You can't hear it. You can't hear it when I adjust the microphone. It's great, right?
Yeah, you have a boom arm. That's awesome.
Yeah, I know. But
God, I thought the Google Says would play bigger. God damn it. Somebody out there laugh at that because Cole's too stupid to get it.
I'm too stupid for lots of things.
He didn't Google it, apparently.
I'm just sitting here grinning like a moron.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Google says shut up.
I don't know how you do all this with one hand.
What?
Yeah.
Because I'm Googling myself?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
No, that clearly wasn't what I was going to say.
Okay.
But it was something, and I didn't have anything.
Okay. Then you didn't. Okay. So you're spent.
No, I got stuff to say.
Okay. I got shit to say. I got to speak truth to power here. Okay. Tell me something.
I don't know. I don't know if you can handle what I'm about to say. Actually, is that root beer?
No. It's real beer.
What are you cracking? What you crack-a-lacking?
I'm embarrassed to say what I just cracked open, so I'm not gonna say it. Huda Pull 14K.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're getting wrecked tonight.
I have lost vision in one eye.
Yeah. This is horrible. You can leave this out. I don't even know if I should say this, but do you know how you pretty much sometimes you just kind of feel like, and I do too, you feel like you're just like a failure.
Yeah.
And like everybody just kind of judges you to be that, right?
Yeah.
Well, I found somebody that I will think of the next time I feel like that.
Okay.
And he's from Britain, and his name is Ben Wilson. He calls himself an artist.
Does he?
He is the only painter who creates finely detailed masterpieces on flattened pieces of chewing gum found on London sidewalks. He is frequent. He is
on the sidewalks?
I'm going to describe this now.
Okay. All right.
He is frequently spotted lying nearly inert on the ground, working.
Okay.
He estimates he's painted many thousands of such canvases, ranging from portraits and landscapes to specialized messages, such as listing the names of all the employees at a soon-to-be closed Woolworth store.
Yeah.
Yeah. He initially heats up each piece with a blowtorch, applies lacquer and acrylic enamel before painting, and then seals after painting with more lacquer.
Okay.
The story is also quoted directly as saying, and of course, he works with only tiny, tiny brushes.
Well, anybody can do something big, Chris.
I guess so.
Yeah. No, it takes real genius to go that tiny and disgusting.
It's a lot of work to put time in a bottle.
Chris, do you know what I do when I touch gum? Like when I.
Why are you touching gum?
Well, no, just like accidentally, like, you know, underneath a table or something like that, where some fucking asshole has done that, or if I get gum stuck on the bottom of my shoe, I chop my hand off.
I just thought of a fetish. Have you ever blown a bubble with bubble gum and then like taking it out of your mouth?
Oh, and it has like the
it's
nasty little nub at the end.
Yeah, it's still a bubble though.
Yeah.
And then you just like to be smacked in the face with it.
Oh yeah, I got that matted in there.
Oh yeah,
you're gonna have to
rub that into my hair.
You're just gonna have to get peanut butter to get this out.
Oh.
Let's try something else to get this out.
What are we gonna try?
Let's try bodily fluids.
God,
it kind of breaks down.
Yeah, you yeah.
Okay, sorry.
Pool shock. That's how I'm gonna do
it. Smash gum in my hair and douse me with pool shock.
That's. I'm a simple man.
I think I'm. Who's more simple, me or you?
Normal? Take a look at the poster. Check who's on it. Can't tell. You look chemical burned and covered in bubble gum.
Yep.
Yep.
No, it's great. It's grape flavored bubble yum, actually.
Is that Ricky Vaughn?
Different thing. Just pelting me with ball bearings.
Yeah. Thanks,
Stop
Uncle
it.
Dave.
Let's just keep going back to that well. That's all we're about now.
What?
Let's just go back to it. I mean, because I quit, Chris.
What are you quitting on? Are you quitting on me?
No, I'm not going to quit on you because I thought about quitting, but then I decided to quit the quitting because there's somebody who quit in such a spectacular fashion that nobody can ever quit anything with as much style or flair as it ever again. Okay?
Mm-hmm.
A New York Taco Bell employee was denied time off for the 4th of July, so he decided to do this. After a late night shift, he got out the letters for the outside sign, like the marquee that says $1 14 layer burrito or $14 1 layer burrito. I forget.
It's not meat, but it tastes like it.
Put up the message, "I quit, Adam." And then as an afterthought, he added a line that said, "Fuck you." And he put up a smiley. This guy gets it.
What? How did he do a smiley? Did he use one of those internet Tufanhundens? What are those things called?
Like a smiley? Like an emoticon?
Yeah, that one.
Yeah, two Fanundans. What's a Fanundan?
Oh, it's a devil dog. Never mind.
Okay. Cerberus?
It's German
Okay. Cerberus?
for buttery.
Okay. No. He used a colon and a parenthesis to to say "fuck you, I quit."
Great.
And then I think he's working on a level of enlightenment. He's kind of like the guy who paid for his medical bill with 2,500 pennies and then pieced out.
With bags of plasma.
A 35-pound bag of plasma left outside.
Yes, that's how I did.
That's how he did it. He just walked in and opened up his wrist and said, "Take it." Then it was gone. He's dead now. But he made a point.
He did.
Yeah. Hey, Chris.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well,
Words.
I spoke out of turn, but I don't want to not do a science zone in this episode. Hey, Chris, can I take you to the science zone? You said that through a toilet paper tube.
Nope.
Yes, you did.
Nope.
You said it through cupped hands?
And a pinched nose.
Okay, I gotcha. All right.
Why?
Okay.
What did it sound like?
It sounded like you said it through a toilet paper tube. Okay. Chris, I'm gonna tell the story just to justify my own non-combatant status in the game of life. All right. Mm-hmm. Okay, so alpha male baboons, Chris, they've got it all. They get preferential access to food and always have the first whack at any fertile females that are around. However, a study published in the journal Science has indicated that alpha males are also more stressed out than their beta counterparts. Okay? Type 1, type 2. All right?
How did you
type
go
B.
from baboons to fish?
Yeah, they all fight, don't they? No, the constant cycle of fighting for dominance and courting fertile females results in more expended energy, less time to rest, and elevated stress hormone levels, which results in shorter lifespans. The study did not look at factors that were purely psychological, but is hypothesized that alpha males may also derive stress from worrying about losing their rank as the top dog, especially given that they're baboons. So like being like awesome and ripped and like Mr. like ultimate testosterone, that's like a really like shitty way to die.
But it's an awesome way to live.
Okay, yeah. Yeah, I wanted to get that in there because I was trying to justify. I'd rather live longer,
you could
shittier.
Check out.
What's that?
You could check out if you want.
Check what?
on the game.
Oh, okay.
Not worry about it.
Yeah, no, whatever. I don't care. I'm done. I'm still here. This isn't a cry for help. It's just whatever. Let other people worry about that stuff. It's not for me.
Yeah, it could be. It could be.
It could
but
be.
You're talking about being all muscly and
yeah,
lady killer.
Yeah, like being the kind of person that other people want to be around. Mm-hmm. That's just
following the norms, the traditions.
Yeah. So you doing what the man says I should.
Yeah,
just
exactly.
Being the man.
But doing the opposite of that has its own problems, and I'm going to tell you why.
Okay. All right.
Members of the Trans Female Association of Thailand are transgenders and transsexuals known collectively as katoys or ladyboys.
Yep.
We have one of them, with the president of this association is quoted as saying, "We have a big problem when we use our identity cards in banks, schools, hospitals, and now when we have to vote. The picture may show a woman, but it says Mr. on the card. Or the picture may show a teenage boy, and the person now looks like a woman. The Ladyboys have accused society of grouping transgenders, transsexuals, and homosexuals as one and the same when each group has its own separate issues."
Yeah.
This problem has arisen now that there's a national rule in Thailand that everyone over the age of 15 must carry an ID card with them at all times, which is renewed every 7 years.
So just renew it more often.
Yeah, basically.
Pay extra to, every time you have a major life status change.
But it's hard to believe that this is actually an issue in Thailand because transgenders and transsexuals are so much a part of Thai culture.
They have third bathrooms.
That one new airline has hired only ladyboys as cabin crew. It should also be noted that ladyboys are often employed in cosmetics shops and health stores and in bars in some of Bangkok's racier entertainment districts.
Yeah.
So
most people know about this from the hit movie The Hangover 2.
I know about it because it's really fun to say Thai ladyboy.
Thai ladyboys. Let's just being pelted with ball bearings. Yeah. That's
yeah.
No, I'm not advocating violence.
Uncle Dave and Weldon Mark Gilbert watch.
I'm not advocating violence against Thai ladyboys. Good on them. Good on that society for embracing that. Just let them be. They've got to decide what they are. It's an act of self-definition.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. And the show is an act of self-defecation.
Well, I prefer deprecation, Chris.
Oh, well.
I don't have to try so hard to deprecate.
This has been Those Damn Ross Kids.
Homework?
Yeah, tell somebody.
Tell somebody about us. That's one thing.
Practice telling us how awesome we are.
Yeah,
to someone else.
Yeah, and then
after you're done with that,
go to
Facebook, go to iTunes, and tell us how awesome we are at this.
Yeah, at this thing that we do for you.
Yeah,
we make you happy. Hopefully.
How long does it take to read a paragraph?
I don't know.
About a minute, right?
15 seconds. Yeah.
About a minute,
maybe.
I
don't know.
Could be a long paragraph.
I'm so sad.
Maybe with some run-on sentences.
Yeah, like I do so many times.
Yeah, you could do that.
Yeah.
So if you were to your homework is to, in some way, whether it be telling someone or whether it be on the iTunes or on Facebook or on some other site that we're listed on, maybe you should comment at www. Don't need to say www anymore. Duckfeed.tv.
Yeah. I'll put that in as a subdomain. Don't worry.
And maybe tell us. Maybe have like a little, self-esteem minute.
Yeah, for us. Yeah.
So that's it.
I'd like to say hello to some people who are following us on Facebook that we haven't acknowledged before. Let's say hi to James if you're listening. Also Sam. It's always cool when I see people that I don't know personally finding us. That means we're getting out there. Yeah. So all the things Chris
and it's
said.
really good because what's the guy's name he's a corrections officer in Florida?
James. That's
James. Okay, yeah. I thought so.
Yeah. Hey, Facebook is like this wide open thing.
It's like really, really cool that we can entertain somebody who's such a stereotypical, meathead kind of male dude who likes the MMA stuff and everything
Yeah.
like that, when we're just like Thai lady boys. And
he's gonna come and give us like the Muay Thai elbow, like right into our solar plexus, and we're gonna explode.
yeah, and then he's gonna give me a 20 for you to give him the Bangkok special. So
Yeah.
thanks, James.
While pelting us with ball bearings. No,
Yep.
so that's good. So that's something you can do. You can also, I haven't talked about this for a bit, but we're part of a collective. If you go to gooncast.com, that is GOONCASTS. That is a collective of podcasters from these Something Awful forums. There's some really fun stuff happening there. Specifically, I'm gonna talk about ones I've been listening to recently. The people over at Actually Happening. They're doing an American panel show that's about history. That's pretty cool. Lou reads the internet for you. Don't listen to that in public. And as always, the Dead Idea Valhalla. He just gave us a shout out, so we'll shout out back. Let's create an echo chamber here. But go check them out. Check us out. It's all a bunch of good edgy stuff. But I think that's all I've got to say.
Potential podcast title: NSFP.
Not safe for public.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's do
There you
that.
go.
Okay, not safe for public. Don't show this to your mom or ours.
Yeah, exactly.
Good night.
This is recorded live in front of Cole's asshole, where I scream obscenities into it.
And the game is guessing where the mic is.
Good night.
Good night.